Today, from Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, this is the National Football League. We'll see Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs taking on Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Minnesota's offense and QB Kirk Cousins set to go here.
Leadership skills apparent early in his life. Carried over not just in high school but in college where he was a 3-time captain of the Michigan State Spartans and learned the art of the comeback early in his career there and actually capped off his career with a big comeback in a bowl game before going off to the NFL.
Play fake, Cousins. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins to Jefferson on the slant.
Cousins pass.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
A gain of 15.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Here's a quick throw to Thielen. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. On 3rd down, Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on the punt. And he spins through. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out of Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense.
Well documented that he's the son of a former Major League pitcher, but Pat has always said that football has fired him up in a way that baseball just didn't. He always wanted to be a football player, still has the big arm that his father had, and he uses it to send the ball downfield in a big way.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And showcasing those strong legs on that run, getting through one tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd and 2, Cousins. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
It's 3rd down. And
they go play action. Cousins. This is Johnson. He's got it. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Cousins able to connect with Adam Thielen. And the Vikings have taken a first quarter lead.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
Dan Bailey now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. He'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He'll run it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell.
Bell, the ball carrier.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. And he will have a Chiefs first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. The ball carrier.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. He may try and run for this. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession. So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. They'll go. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and now it's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. DJ Waddle just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
16.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll go for it with Bell. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
That's good.
They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line.
Anthony Harris.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. And here's Edwards-Helaire. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Osborne elects not to return it. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Complete. Jefferson the target. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
Minnesota.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Incomplete.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. 2 minutes even in what's been a tight first half. 8-7, our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Here's Johnson with a reception. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. Now Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Mahomes now on first down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Jeff Gladney. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Following the interception, Cousins. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Complete.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Cousins. Johnson with a completion over the middle. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
They'll throw again. Cousins. Looking sideline, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 2nd down, Cousins again. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they stake claim to the lead here. It's 10-8.
Chiefs 8.
Well, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
6-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's looking deep for Bell, and that's caught inside the 35. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. Butker's kick here is good, and that will do it for this first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We were treated to an excellent first half from the gunslinger, Patrick Mahomes. His guys lead, though, by only a point. It's been a tight one. As for the start of the third quarter, we'll send it back to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
He's got a man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
So when's the best time to take the big shots downfield? When you think a defense least expects it, and I think the first play of the third quarter qualifies. They came right out firing. That's how you send a message to start the second half of a game.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Here's Edwards-Helaire. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
When trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Mahomes firing complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Out to his... And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
And goal to go.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Now Bell. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Le'Veon Bell able to make it in from a yard out. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And nothing special there. They showed they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
And with that, the lead is up to 8. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a Le'Veon Bell touchdown run.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Osborne elects not to return it.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Again, it's Cook. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games.
And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Cousins sacked.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away.
Hardman on the return. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It was Anthony Barr that time who got in there and made the play.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Travis Kelce, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. It's Bell.
And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We're on Kansas City.
3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. Now Mahomes. And he is into the end zone for 2 more as the lead moves up to 16. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fielded in the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Osborne elects not to return it.
25-yard.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession.
And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first.
This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he delivers a strike complete to Watkins. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Brings up
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
And Mahomes going to keep it himself.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20.
Hunter on the stop.
Sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw a defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
On any first and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That catch good for 8, but still, it's third and goal now.
It's now third and goal.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Strip the ball. 43. Undercrunch. Check. Press down.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Butker now to add the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it ends with a Le'Veon Bell touchdown run.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Osborne elects not to return it. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. And Rudolph has it left side. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Again, it's Cousins.
He's going to get this one down to Cook.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To the air again, it's Cousins. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop him with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. To try again after the sack. Cousins, little pitch and catch here to Rudolph. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. On 3rd down, Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I'll bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.